I've been riding bikes my entire life. From the moment I ripped the training wheels off of my little kid's bike to the first time I threw a leg over a BMX bike. Then there's hitting jumps, sketchy crashes, and some of the best memories that I've ever made. All, of course, with some of the best humans on the planet. I've pushed my own limits before, but never quite like this. This isn't just about sending it, it's about discipline, it's about endurance, and it's about seeing how far I can really go. 5:30 a.m. workout at the airport hotel. I've never trained for something like this. I've never tested myself like this, but this year, I'm all in. This is my journey, but of course, no one does this alone, so let's send it together. Now, let's get to work. Alright guys, welcome back and welcome to this series. This week I thought it would be really cool to dive in and check in on a claim and an idea that I posted about earlier this year, and that's diving into my very first gravel race. I want this series to not only serve as kind of a way to stay on top of all that and act as kind of my accountability buddy, but also a way for me to document the journey and share it with anyone looking to do something similar or just dive into something new in their life. And I'm thinking with this series I'll either do a bi-weekly or once monthly kind of post, catching everyone up on the series and bringing everyone up to date on where I'm at with my training, with my diet, and all my fitness levels and so on. And I'd love to hear what you guys think of that below. Would you like to see them bi-weekly? Would you like to see them once a month or more or less frequently? As I mentioned earlier on in the video, I've been riding bikes my entire life. And you know, bikes and boards are the reason I have so many amazing friends and have been able to travel with those people. It seems kind of like the natural progression of bike riders, and maybe I'm just speaking to myself, but I've seen it time after time. And in the BMX world, it seems like people kind of go from BMX to dirt jumper to mountain bike and then possibly road or gravel bikes. And yeah, it just seems like the natural progression. After years of friends trying to convince me to dive in, I finally picked up what is technically a gravel bike, but I use it for all things gravel and road. This being the first video of the series, I wanted to dive in right away on the weapon of choice, or the bike that I'm going to be ripping throughout this journey. So this is my Canyon Grail CF SL 7 with the SRAM Access group set. It's the SRAM Rival ETAP Access 12-speed wireless shifting system. That's a mouthful. As I've kind of been learning, a lot of things in the road and gravel world are that way. There's a lot of acronyms, a lot of things going on in these names. But yeah, so what that is actually just a wireless shifting system that I have. So it kind of just minimizes the clutter up in your cockpit, kind of saves a little bit of weight, and yeah, kind of simplifies everything. And honestly, I have fallen completely in love with this setup. So much so that I definitely want to put it on my next mountain bike. Moving right along, this bike comes equipped with the DT Swiss gravel wheels. Yeah, it's an alloy wheel set and they come tubeless ready. So definitely looking to upgrade the tires to maybe a cleaner road setup. We'll see how that goes. Everything on here is literally bone stock straight out of the box. So if you were to go to Canyon and pick up the same bike, you would literally be riding exactly what I'm riding. The pedals that I have on here were recommended by my buddy Avery. They're the Shimano PDM 8100. They're really great, really sturdy, and they've held up really good so far. So this is it. Frame, fork, bar, seat posts, all that stuff is carbon fiber on it. It's been a hell of a rig so far. We're a couple months into riding it, and we're getting into all the spring season right now, so we're getting back after it. I definitely way overinflate my tires on this thing. But that's just because I like it fast, like it to feel a little stiff, and yeah, I'm completely in love with this thing. But to kind of talk a little bit more about this series, my goal with it, of course, is to share the journey and share the bike riding, but I also am thinking about diving into not only my fitness, but also my diet, kind of my lifestyle, and how I adjust when I'm traveling and so on, because I do a lot of that. And with that, it can cause a lot of adjustments that have to be made in your fitness schedule, whether it's body weight training or runs instead of bike rides. It can be all over the place. So I definitely want to share that with you guys. Really want to dive into it, all of it. And I would love to hear any questions or thoughts that you may have in the comments below. I would love to share every bit of this, and sometimes I just overthink it and miss some things that may be really helpful to help people out, again, on their journey. Whether you're looking to race, whether you're looking to just dive into gravel for the first time, I'd love to be there, and I'd love to help out in any way that I can. Aside from that, it's now April 1st, and for the first few months of the year, I had a pretty different schedule than I do as of today. I actually switched everything up, and the plan is to switch everything up at the beginning of every month moving forward, just to kind of keep it fresh, not get too stale with what I'm doing Monday through Sunday. That's kind of how I work my schedule out. So for example, today is Tuesday, April 1st, and on Tuesday, what I'll be doing is a 60 to 90 minute zone 2 ride. So this is a very chill ride, keep the heart rate low. It's all about endurance on Tuesdays. 60 to 90 minutes, and we do an optional sprint finish. So for the last 10 minutes, we do 3 by 30 second hard sprints. So we jack the heart rate up, do some sprints, and end it with those. Maybe this is going to sound a little weird, but I've been trying to do 100 push-ups every single day. I kind of spread them out throughout the day, but 100 push-ups every day. That's an added little personal thing in there. But that's Tuesday, and I have every day broken down. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Included 2 rest days a week, which typically aren't full rest days. As far as everyone around me and myself, we live a very active lifestyle, so there's always stuff to do. As long as it's nice out, as long as you can be outside, we try to get some movement in every single day of the week. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Later on in this series, I'll dive more into different days of the week and kind of what I'm doing. But right now, I'm going to fuel up and I'm going to get the first ride of this series going. If you've been following along on this channel for quite a bit, you know I ride BMX, mountain bikes, and I'm still pretty new to the gravel world. You know that I've been diving more and more into this stuff, but this is going to be the first ride of the series. So I'm going to go fuel my body up. I'm going to get dressed and ready, and we're going to hit the streets. So let's get after it. Back at the house now. Did about 71 minutes worth of riding today. Felt really good, felt really strong on the bike. Got back, yeah, just doing some cooling down now. Had to get some eye drops in me because my eyes seem to go absolutely insane while I'm riding. I have some pretty sensitive eyes anyway, so when there's wind and a lot of sun in the eyes, yeah, they seem to get super dry. So when I get home, I launch some lubricating eye drops in there. But I have no interest in pretending that my life is just all bikes and training and stuff. So outside of training, I still have to live my normal life of work and business. I'm gonna get some hydration in me, get my shake in me, probably get a sandwich in me, get some coffee in me, and get some work done. That's Tuesday though. It's pretty straightforward. I'm usually on a pretty consistent schedule Monday through at least Saturday with my sleeping, with work, with nutrition, and even with training. I've been kind of like that for quite a while. I get into habits and I just stick to those habits for quite a while. So yeah, that's just kind of like the person I am, kind of the vibe I'm on, I guess. But yeah, so I'm just going to do that. Going to get back to it. I still have plenty of work to catch up on and a few phone calls before the end of the day. So it's about 3 o'clock now. So we're gonna get to it. Yeah, this is a pretty normal day of just work and training. And like I said, during my travels and stuff, things shift a lot. So when I'm home, I really enjoy my schedule and my routine because it's not always consistent, especially in my life being so, you know, involved with travel and traveling for work, traveling for leisure. It's kind of the thing that I really enjoy and really love in life. So that's like the one thing I spend a lot of time doing. And like I said, this video is not meant to dive super deep into the routine or anything yet. Kind of just wanted to put this out there, see what people were interested in, see if there's anything specific that anyone may want me to dive into. I'd really love to. Whether it's, you know, anything on the nutrition side, stuff on the bike side, gear stuff. And if you have any recommendations, I would absolutely love to hear that too. Again, I'm still new to the whole gravel/road world, so all of that stuff is super helpful. It's super nice to hear. And I would just love to start building a community here on the channel, whether it's mountain bikers, BMXers, or gravel people, or just people who love traveling. Because again, if you've seen any of my other videos, they're kind of all over the place. Some are bike videos, some are traveling videos, and some are just random vlogs of me and my friends just getting into all sorts of random shit. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys sticking around. If there's anything specific you have in mind or thoughts on this series that you'd like to hear from or see, drop it in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.